Welcome to Life at a B. Today we are going to discuss one issue that keeps on irritating all the new buyers of Royal Enfield, the vibrations. Royal Enfield still follows the old engine design where the engine is a stressed element and there is a single big cylinder that has a long piston. So whatever power this engine generates is being dissipated out in the form of sound as well as the vibration. The bike is entirely a metal body, as you see. Unlike the other bikes that you see, normally the modern bikes that you call, or the Japanese bike, whatever you call it, they have plastic or fiber parts as well. But Royal Enfield entirely is a bike with metal body. So it helps you keep this bike lasting for several years. So there are people that have motorcycles of Royal Enfield still existing since the 1960s and even before. But one disadvantage of having a metal body on this bike are that there is no resonance. So the vibration keeps on transferring from these metal parts onto you. The engine sits directly onto the frame. So it's basically the stressed element here. And whatever vibrations the engine generates, it directly gets transferred through this frame to the entire body of this vehicle. One other point that results in vibration hitting your body is the kind of handlebar that's being used by Royal Enfield. You might have observed that people keep on changing the handlebars in Royal Enfield. One reason is due to the comfort or the riding position that they need, and the second reason is to avoid the vibrations coming on their hand. As you can see on my Continental GT, I have changed the handlebar. One reason is to use it for a daily commute, and whenever I want I can change it back to the old clip-on handlebars. It's just a work of 15 minutes that's required. The other reason is that I don't get much vibrations by using such kind of handlebars. So of course Royal Enfield should consider changing their handlebars to something that's consisting of rubber, or that basically acts as a resonance to take in the vibration so that it's not transferred onto the hands of the rider. Different parts within the bike, they need to be intact, they need to be tight, the screws need to be tight. If the bike is made up of spokes, so you need to see whether the spokes are tight, whether the wheel alignment is correct, because all these can result in vibrations getting onto the bike. In every moment, it's not required that Royal Enfield is in itself a vibration creating element, but these small factors can result in having vibrations transferred across the bike. Guys, if you like my videos, do subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and I will update you with more videos around the Continental GT. Thanks, bye.